So this lecture starts our talk on vertebrates. We finished invertebrate evolution. Now we're going to talk about the different vertebrates that we deal with. So Phylum Chordata, all right, they're deuterostomes like the echinoderms, all share these following features. So all the chordates are going to have very similar characteristics. First off being the notochord, which is a flexible rod-like structure between the digestive tract and central nervous system. First part of the endoskeleton that appears in the embryo. We have a dorsal tubular nerve cord, forms the central nervous system, brain and spinal cord. Chordates, the nerve cord is a hollow tube. Okay. Next, we have pharyngeal pouches and slits. It perforates through the wall of the pharynx and allows water to be brought in via the mouth and exit without passing through the digestive tract. They function as suspension feeding structures for animals that feed by suspension feeding. Modified these slits for other functions, including gas exchange and hearing. Okay. We have an endostyle, ciliated groove of the pharynx, and we have a posterior tail, muscular tail found posterior to the anal opening. So those are some of the characteristics that define chordates as we know them. 3 subphyla. So you have the 2 invertebrate subphyla of chordates, which are the Urochordata and Cephalochordata. So you have the tunicates and the lancelets. So the Urochordata, approximately 3,000 named species found in all seas, called tunicates because they're covered in a non-living tough tunic covering. Adults are sessile, larvae are free swimming. And then we have the Cephalochordata, the lancelets. They are going to be laterally flattened, all right, normally sessile. Okay, all 5 chordate characteristics. This, what else do we want to say about them? The blood is mainly used to transport nutrients. Okay, so those are the big ones about the invertebrate subphyla. Now let's talk about the vertebra. The vertebrates. So they have a backbone of cartilage or bone. The brain is enclosed in a protective skull. So now we're going to move on to the vertebrates. So we have a few classes that start off as fish. So we have the Agnatha. We have the jawed armored fishes, which are extinct. We have the chondrichthyes, and we have the osteichthyes. Okay, so let's talk about these fish, and then let's list what we have, and then we'll talk about the fish. Then we have the amphibians, reptiles, birds, and mammals. So we already talked about Urochordata. The tunicates, larvae are free swimming filter feeders. Adults are sessile. Then we have the lancelets, we see right here. Trends in evolution of vertebrates: shift from notochord to vertebral column. Nerve cord expanded into the brain. Evolution of the jaws. Paired fins evolved, gave rise to limbs. Gills evolved and gave rise to lungs. So now we see the fish right here. We see the movement as it goes up through the different characteristics of fish. So the cartilaginous, then the bony fishes, then the amphibians. So the Agnathans, descendants of early jawless fishes. All right, so class Myxini. Okay, so when we look at the Agnathans, hagfish are jawless, finless marine fish. They lack vertebrae, eel-like body form. Live mostly on the bottom of northern waters, scavenge and feed on dead and dying material. They are nearly blind, they produce slime, and they have a keen sense of smell and touch. So cylindrical body, cartilaginous skeleton, no paired fins. And 2 groups, hagfish and lampreys. Okay, so we see the hagfish and the lampreys right there. And that ends our talk on them.